case study today will be about recreation area in Lata Jangkut, Jeli, Kelantan.
Recreational area would include land that is designed, constructed or used for recreational activities. According to a report by the MPRA, recreational place facilities conserve natural resource and wildlife habitat, protect air and water quality, and preserve open space for current and future generations. Recreational place often cited as one of the most factors in surveys of how livable communities are, but somehow it can produce environmental impacts associated with travel, accommodation, and recreational activities. Typical impacts, which include soil erosion and compaction, damage to vegetation, disturbance to wildlife, water pollution, vandalism, and noise. For this task, we chose Lata Jangkut in Jeli, Kelantan as the recreational place to do some water analysis of the water sample from there. We did 2 tests, which are chemical oxygen demand and biochemical oxygen demand 7 days.
There are a few current impacts on environment in recreational area, which are human activity, water pollution, noise pollution, and habitat loss. The first current impact is human activity, such as campsite. During campsite, people will build a campfire, so the toxic gases from the campfire will be released to the air, which is harmful to the environment. The example of toxic gases are carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, which can pollute the air heavily. People always left behind garbage and waste from the campsite. This also will bring harm to the animals because they may eat the garbage and choke, which can lead them to death. The second current impact on environment in recreational area is water pollution. When people camping or picnic, there are some of them that dump the waste into the stream of water. Thus, the animals will lose their fresh water resource because the waste will accumulate in the water. Besides, due to the presence of decaying matters from the waste, it will cause eutrophication process, which can reduce water oxygen level that makes the water polluted.
The other current impacts to the environment is noise pollution. Noise pollution usually happens from humans that came to the recreational area. It can cause serious damage to the wildlife, which are animals adversely affected by noise pollution. It includes hearing loss, masking, physical effects, and behavioral effects. The other current impacts to the environment is habitat loss. The construction in the recreational area, such as tracks, toilets, gazebos, and parking areas, will cause the habitat loss to the animals. This is because deforestation occurs for construction purposes. The removal of trees reduces available food, shelter, and breeding habitats to the animals.
Environmental monitoring analysis involves the assessment of the quality of environment in order to control risk of pollution. The type of environmental monitoring analysis can be done on soil, water, and air. For our case study, we do the analysis on water sample. We do the analysis for BOD, COD, and the temperature, pH, dissolved oxygen, total dissolved solid, and salinity, which using YSI multiparameter. The results from the analysis is for pH of the water sample is 6.1, which comply the standard of National Water Quality Standard of Malaysia, which state the range of pH should be in 6 to 9 for class 2B for recreational. The dissolved oxygen is 1.88 mg per liter, which is low from the standard National Water Quality Standard of Malaysia, which suggests that the dissolved oxygen should be from the range 5 to 7. The temperature is 24.91 degrees Celsius. The total dissolved solid is 36.32 mg per liter. The salinity of the water sample is 36.98. For the temperature, total dissolved solid, and salinity, there is no significant standard in National Water Quality Standard of Malaysia. The COD for The water sample is 111 milligram per liter, which is high than the recommended in National Water Quality Standard of Malaysia, which is only 25 milligram per liter. High COD level will lead to the high amount of oxidizable organic material in sample, which then reduce the dissolved oxygen level in the water and lead to an aerobic condition. An aerobic condition will cause deleterious to higher aquatic life forms.
Okay, turbidity from our result, we got 55.1, and the World Health Organization state that the drinking water should not be more than 5 NTU. Ideally should be below 1 NTU. But for the recreation area must be 50 NTU. This is the safe value to the recreation activity. We also test for BOD. For BOD result, we got 5.1 mg per liter. BOD test, we take BOD 7, which is 7 day. Our results show that this level is very sensitive to aquatic species, but no treatment needed because this water quality caused by pollution with each flood. BOD clean water usually is around 3 mg per liter.
In the previous part of the video, we have learned that there are numerous causes for pollution in the recreational area. For our job is to find out ways to mitigate the causes of the pollution towards the recreational area environment itself. One of the ways will be the drawing of a harsher law and regular enforcement of the law itself. This means that the management of the recreation area, the City Council, which is Majlis Perbandaran, and the Department of Environment, Jabatan Alam Sekitar, should play a respective role on that itself. The meaning of drawing a harsher law means that rule and regulation must be given onto the tourists itself. For example, tourists must not throw rubbish anywhere in the recreation area itself. When they produce a rubbish, they have to throw it at a respective bin. For example, paper to be recycled in the blue bin. The management must always monitor tourist behavior. For the City Council and the Department of Environment, they need to do some regular inspection and spot check onto the management of the recreational area itself. When pollution happens on the recreational area, it will be discovered early and the effect of the pollution will be mitigated, and law must be reviewed regularly to prevent any loopholes that some management may use it to escape and from their wrongdoings.
Another way to clean up the surrounding area is that the road around the resort area need to be fully paved so that the dust around will not dirty the area. For example, we can pave the road by using flat stones and bricks. Also, there will be a car by visitors parking in the area. They will have to slow down the car by 25 km per hour to reduce the dust being lifted by the wind. The area also has to be cleaned regularly to prevent the accumulation of the rubbish. For strong wind, tall trees can be planted in order to reduce overall wind speed and dust being stirred up. For example, we can plant the area by using crops, tall trees and vegetated plants. The trees will keep the resistance of wind and reduce the dust being lifted by wind into the river.